It's good to see you. Good to hang out with you here. Josh here. If you guys can see me in our live, great. Love to just know that. If you're with me, just shoot me a message. Let me know. I'd love to interact with you today. Love to chat with you today. First of all, my name is Josh from tech-ology.co. My job is helping people land their first or next career in technology. That's kind of what I love to do. Actually, for me, like a career in tech literally changed everything for me. It tripled my salary, and it's just been an amazing lifestyle. I'd love to help people kind of achieve the exact same things. All right. So a little bit about me. Let's transition here. Sorry, we'll talk about that in just a second, but. This is my website, tech-ology.co. If I'm trying to give away just a free gift for each and every one of you. If you fill out your email address here, then I'm going to send you my favorite places to apply for a job, whether that's junior dev jobs or remote jobs. So feel free to do that. Once again, tech-ology.co. I'm also in the middle of running this giveaway. This is for a free developer resume review. And so what I'll do is a lot of the tips that I'm talking to you today about, I'm going to just go ahead and do it for you. And I'm going to work with you, send you back, something that I think is going to be really valuable, and I think is going to really help increase your job searches. So this is how you do it. If you head back to techology.co, and then there's a way here to enter giveaway, or if you're friends with me on social, then you can see all the things that I've been posting about that, so that just to really help people do that. A little bit about myself. I'm 33 years old. I live in Northern California. I have 6 children, and enjoying my life with me and my wife. We're having a good time up here. I've been a Salesforce developer for 2 years, and in those 2 years, I have doubled my salary, and even from 3 years, I have tripled my salary. So it's been very, very amazing. Just a really cool place to be a part of. And so today, my thing is, I just want to chat with you about resumes, right? So once again, if you're here with us, just let me know that you're here. I'll give you a shout out on the stream today. But today I want to talk to you. I want to tell you a story. Okay, so there's sort of 2 routes that this resume thing can kind of take you. Okay, there's either the smaller company or working or entering your resume through a person route, or there is the other route, which is more going for the Fortune 500 companies, getting through the ATS system. And I'm going to talk to you about both of those, okay? Because here's the thing. When you have a resume, when you put your resume in today, then the way it works out is you're for a lot of companies now, you're submitting your resume, and it's going through a system. The system has AI, and the AI is scanning your resume. It's pulling all the text out, and it's seeing how well you match up to the keywords that are in the job description, right? It's looking for how long your experiences are. What are the things that you say you can do versus what they can do. And so that's what happens on one end of the spectrum. On the other end of the spectrum, you're standing in front of hiring managers. You're in front of your resumes. There's real people looking at your resume, and they're trying to decide, should I give this person a shot? So the part of your resume is just to get you that phone call, right? If you're getting phone calls, then your resume's fine, right? You probably don't know if you're getting how many phone calls you're getting, because you're probably not tracking it. And when I'm coaching people and helping people, that's one of the first things we start doing. We start tracking, all this information, right? Just to make sure that everything is going good. So I want to talk. So back to the story. Where I'm at a startup. It's a smaller startup. We're looking for developers, and my boss comes in, the kind of the office manager. He walks in and he's like, "Hey guys, we just got back from a career fair. We have all these resumes," and he puts them out. We have a big conference table. He puts them out all over the conference table, and he tells us, what tell us what you think about these people. We want your opinion on this because this is some, if we bring one of these guys on, once again, these were college graduates, so these would be junior developers, right? He's like, if we bring some of these people on, then we want to make sure that they're going to be a good fit with the team. So what I want you to do is look at these resumes, tell us what you think. All right, cool. So we all get out of our chairs, we walk over to the conference table, we're looking, right? There's 15 resumes. Everyone's kind of, they have two piles. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. That yes, no process went a lot faster than you probably think. And let me show you what I saw. And I pulled something up a little earlier, and so let me check this out. So here, if you can see this is livecareer.com. They have the IT web developer resume example. And so a lot of these places are just kind of optimized for, just resumes in general and not specifically web developer resumes. But I do want to show you a little bit about what I saw. So this is their web developer example, right? It's a little tiny here. Let me see if I can zoom in. Or maybe I can, let's open this in a new tab, right? Great. So I know it's a little fuzzy. That's all right. You don't need to go too in depth with this. Because what happened was most of the resumes that I saw looked like this. Okay, so when you're a junior developer, right, or you don't have a ton of experience, you only have a couple projects under your belt, a couple, maybe a couple months under your belt or a volunteering or whatever. When your resume looks like this, the thing is you are actually the only thing I have to compare you with is your stats versus someone else's stats. If someone else's stats are better than yours, then I'm going to put you in the no pile. Do you understand? I am a proponent for beautiful resumes. Here's why. Now I get to be on the flip side of this resume landscape. We've been putting out jobs. We get a bunch of resumes in. Do you know which resumes I look at longest? It's the beautiful ones. So put yourself in my head, right? I'm going to show you. We're going to talk about my resume in just a second. This is my old resume. This resume actually helped me land a 6-figure job. And so let's see here. Where's my mouse? There we go. I'm just trying to split my screen. Come on. There we go. Great. And this is important because I want to show you something. So here you are, right? You're in this. How do I close this bar? I don't want to see this. I feel like an old person right now. Oh, there it is. Okay, the giant button right there. Okay, so here's how this works, right? Let's say I'm trying to get these about the same size. You are the hiring manager. You have a yes and no pile, right? You're going through resume pile after, there's 7, 8, 9, 10 resumes. You're going through them. You're looking at them. Which one are you going to stop and look at? I think, in my opinion, that you're going to look at the one that's colorful. You're going to look at the one with a picture. You're going to look at the one with an icon. You're going to look at the one that's broken up nicely. All right. Once again, this is for smaller companies. This is for, handing your resume in to someone personally. This is for working with a recruiter, which is how I got my second job. I'll tell you that in just a second. We're not talking about ATS Systems yet. We'll be there in just a second. So you're going through all these. You're looking at this here, and you're realizing you're like, oh my gosh, my resume looks kind of terrible. My resume looks, look at this. You can't even tell where his experience ends and starts, and there's some stuff bolded here. It's kind of confusing. Things aren't really, clear here. This is not at a quick glance. You can't just look at this and be like, okay, I know what this guy's is. Look at mine. At a quick glance, oh, this is the work experience. Oh, here's his education. Oh, here's some projects that I have here. All right. So when you're working with smaller companies, when you're doing it personally, then I would recommend making sure that you use a resume template. Let me show you where I got my resume template from. This is a site that I use. It's called elements.envanto.com, right? This is it's a monthly subscription that you can sign up for. I think there's a 14-day free trial, or if not, there's a $15. It's like, or it actually might be a little more than that now, but last time I checked, it was $15 for a month. You get unlimited downloads of all these things. Here's what I wanted to show you, right? So Why can I not spell resume? All right. So look, if I go to all items and I type in resume, it brings up graphic templates up here. That's what I want to look at. These are all templates that you can use that are just free to download for you, that you can plug your information in, and you're going to have a beautiful looking resume. That's exactly what I did. I went here, I found a resume, and I was like, oh, that looks pretty rad. What you want to do is you want to balance beautiful and professional. I couldn't remember the word for a second. Beautiful and professional looking resume, okay? And so you're scrolling down, you're looking for, and also you can also filter by what software do you have? Like, what can you use, right? If you have Photoshop, you can do it here. If you have, you can filter by just Adobe XD, Figma, Sketch, whatever. Like, but a bunch of these, if you click on them, let's say you like this one, right? Do you see that it comes with Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, as a PDF, as a Word document? You can, and it also comes with a few different things. This is your cover letter, right? This is your information. That might be too beautiful for you. That might not be professional enough. Even this is primarily text. This is what you're looking for when it comes into, you want to make, when it comes to using ATS systems, things like that. This is a Word document and InDesign. By the way, quick hack, I would recommend using Word documents mostly if you're looking to get into so make sure the file type is a docx file. And yeah, and so I love these because I'm looking at them. I see so many beautiful resumes. These are all free. These are all amazing for you to use, and they're broken up nicely. And especially if you're going into a place that's like you're a front-end designer or you're UX, UI designer, man, I would recommend making your resume look beautiful. You better UX, UI your resume. Like, I don't want to get to it and be like, oh, this is the ugliest resume I've ever seen. I know I've actually been a part of like bringing people on that are UX, UI designers, and I realize I'm like, why is the resume so ugly? Like they're beautiful, and they're supposed to be helping make our product more beautiful. They're supposed to be making our product easier to read and better user experience, and the user experience of their resume sucks. And so I'm like, man, what's going on there? All right. So my second job I got through a recruiter. A recruiter contacted me. I sent her my resume. She passed that resume straight on to the hiring manager. The hiring manager loved my resume, loved my design stuff because I was primarily coming in for a more front-end like focused role. Okay. So that's how that happened. I enjoy recruiters. I enjoy doing all that. I want to talk to you now a little bit about an ATS system. Okay. So what's an ATS system? I'm using a jobscan.co. I'm going to show you more about them in just a second. And so an ATS system is an applicant tracking system. This is where a computer, a robot, an artificial intelligence grabs all the text out of your resume and they compare it, okay? And so what they do is, this is kind of what it looks like on their end. I had an example here. Well, okay, first of all, let's look at these, right? Have you ever seen a job like at a company website and then they send you to a link. They're like, apply for a job. So you click on that, right? And it says to or maybe google.greenhouse.com, right? If you're applying for Google, or facebook.greenhouse.com. Like, it's this sub URL that has Greenhouse in it. Or maybe I've seen Workaday before. I've seen Success Factors. I've seen Greenhouse. I haven't seen Taleo or before. Career Builder, I've seen that one. So these are different ATS systems that companies are using to filter out your resume. And so what it looks like for them is, where did it go? It was right here. So if you can see this here, let's see if I can zoom in on this picture. If you can see this here, you come in as just a number to them. And what the system does is it takes the bottom 20, 30, 40, 50% of resumes, just trashes them, doesn't even get them through. And then you have to go through all this. So also, if you ever put your information in where it's like, send us your resume, and you send the resume, and then it's like, now input your work history. How long, like, tell us your, all that stuff. And you have to put in what companies you worked for, how many careers you had, and blah, blah. You have to paste all that stuff in there. That's most likely an ATS system. So As annoying as that is, if you want to apply for that job, you have to jump through their hoops. And the reason they do that is to try to save their own HR department from having to manually scan through hundreds of resumes. I wanted to show you. Did I still have? So the first resume. This is an infographic from theundercoverrecruiter.com that he put together. The applications received generally. The first one's 200 seconds after a job is posted, and I'm not sure where he's getting all these statistics, but I like this one was crazy. An average of 250 CVs or resumes are received for each job position. That's a crazy amount of competition. Even if the number was half that, like, you want your resume to stand out. Okay. There are 427,000 resumes posted on monster.com every week. That's approximately the population of some country, so that I've never heard of before. And if you're from Luxembourg, or maybe that's a city, I have no idea. If you're from Luxembourg, my bad. I know software. I don't know geography. My bad. All right. There's also some other stuff that I'd love to share with you on here. The average time spent looking at your resume is 5 to 7 seconds. If you think having a beautiful resume doesn't matter, then you tell me how you're going to stand out in those first 5 to 7 seconds when they're looking at that. And here's an even sadder part. There's a 17% chance that your cover letter will actually be read. So I have a quick hack about cover letters that I'm going to explain to you in just a little bit. But let's jump in and talk a little bit more about ATS systems and getting through. So what you want your resume to look like, primarily you want your resume to look like, I don't have my zooming all jacked up. So I told you I was going to talk about job scan here. What you primarily want your resume to look like is a resume that's primarily text, right? And what it does is it checks out it's able to easier see the keywords that are in your resume that the job posting is actually looking for. Once again, you're just a number. And then this is why I love this site. This is jobscan.co. What is jobscan.co? I don't want to go to the blog, actually. I just want to go to the main homepage. All right. So this is a place that you can actually take your current resume right now and paste it in to a job, just paste it in, and then you also are going to paste in a job description, and then it's going to show you what your chances are, how it works out. So I thought I would do this for you guys. This is let me open up one of my old resumes here. Let's see. Right, where'd it go? I have that one. I wanted to pull up one where I kind of took out there we go. Great. So now I uploaded my resume. This is my beautiful resume, right? And now what I need to do is I need to find a job description. So what I did was I went to linkedin.com and I looked for a job, right? Now, this is kind of cool. I think, so let's just take a look at some of these jobs, right? So this is, first of all, this is a job for Burning Man, the Burning Man project. So Burning Man is that festival that happens in the middle of the desert in California every year, and they're hiring for Salesforce developers. Cool. So what you do is you grab, this one's kind of what I would consider maybe a smaller company. I'm not sure if they're using ATS Systems. They are based in San Francisco, so there could be a chance for them to do that. Let's do it like this. I'm going to hit scan here, right? It's going to tell me what's my match rate for this job. Only 37%. So if I was in, and they're saying if you want to be the number one, or if you want to just make sure you're getting through, make sure you increase your match rate up to 80%. That's kind of what you're shooting for, all right? And then it's just going to give you a bunch of tips here and a bunch of findings for you to go ahead and change your resume, right? Let me find a different one here. One that let me find a company that I'm sure uses an ATS system. Oh, here we go. How about Salesforce.com? This is a more, a more enterprise level kind of job posting, right? And I want to see how well this is for a Salesforce. This is all their marketing speak, accommodations. We don't need all that stuff. Let's go back here. So now I'm going to scroll back down here. And this is just on their homepage. You can just do this. Just have it. Oh, let me upload my resume again. Where was it? It was like right here. Great. I'm going to add a job posting now. So this is their job posting. I'm going to hit scan, right? And let's see how that works. So for my senior Salesforce developer for Salesforce itself, I'm about in the same range. So my resume can kind of use some work. Now, some of you guys are wondering, how the heck do you know if your resume is gonna work in these systems? I would just recommend using JobScan. Another thing to do is you can actually just Control A your resume, Control C, and then what we'll do is if you want to see what they're going to see, I'm going to open up a blank document here. Actually, let me paste this as, paste and keep text only. So this is lost the formatting, and this is kind of what it's going to see. So technical skills, it's going to see it as a bunch of points here, right? Work experience. What you want to see is you want to see all your sections and stuff stay together, stay close together. You want your work experience to be close together. So like you see how I have here, work experience, and then right underneath I was a web developer at Digital Monastery. I was a junior Salesforce developer, and and on and on and on, and my portfolio. And you want to see this stuff. If you see your stuff really, really jumbled, then your resume sucks for an ATS system, and it's time for you to get a new one. Where do I recommend you go to get a new one? I would actually recommend, by the way, if you're getting any value from this, do me a favor, would you like this video? If you're on YouTube, would you subscribe or just comment? Let me know that you're enjoying watching this for me. I would recommend, so JobScan is cool. JobScan comes with a 1 free month and a free trial, right? So if you do your 1 free month on JobScan and then you don't stop the sign up period, then they're going to charge you for 3 months, and then it's $89 the last time I checked. So it's about $100 for 3 months. Not bad if it helps you land a job way sooner, right? So if you think about it, that's a couple days of working. If it helps you land a job way sooner, worth the investment. I've actually signed up for an account here on Resi, okay? And so let's see what happens if I take my same. Oh, that's mine. I wanted to take this. So Resi.com, before I do this, Resi.com lets you create resumes, right? And so what it's actually doing is this is one of their templates they have here. I love this because this is still pretty as ATS friendly. But it's actually a more beautiful kind of resume that I think would be helpful to you. So this would be something I would not be ashamed to take to an actual hiring manager, and it would be something that I wouldn't be afraid to put through an ATS system. Okay, and the cool thing is they're continuing to work on their product. What I love about them, and this is a lifetime deal, and this lifetime deal is actually $89, but I do have to say they just had a Halloween deal, and I only spent like $30 on this. And the thing is Black Friday is coming up, right? So all these websites, all these things, if you're still looking for this job right now, this is November 2020, Black Friday is coming up. Make sure that you are you're subscribed to some of these email newsletters or some of these sites, because they're going to try to get you to buy stuff on Black Friday, and that's going to be great for you. So anyways, this is Resi. So Resi, I spent $89. What I like is they actually have a couple different formats, right? They have this more beautiful format here. They have this Resi standard format. They have a Resi compact that you can put in a lot more content if you have a ton of experience that you're looking to kind of work with, all right? But I really like this beautiful format here. They do not recommend it for applications at large companies. They think it's going to hurt you a little bit. I would disagree. ATS systems are getting smarter and smarter. But once again, this is a company that specifically specializes in doing the thing that they say they're doing. So maybe it's better to listen to them over me. So, but they also have this new thing that they're working on. It's in beta. It's the exact same thing as JobScan. And so, I'm going to paste in, this is the Salesforce developer role. I'm going to hit save, right? This is pretty much, this is a Resi copy of my resume, right? And we're going to take a look at, you know, what are the keywords that they're actually looking for when they're going on. And you see these green check marks? This is what I have in my development. Now, I can see this actual thing is looking for, they want someone with Salesforce Lightning experience. So under my technical skills, I'm just going to go like this. Sales. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Right. So Salesforce Lightning. There, I clicked that off, right? Now Salesforce Lightning came up here, and you can see that this is a way for you to make sure you have your keywords of the job description you're actually going for, going through all this. So I've been helping people with some coaching, and I've been running them through this I've been running them through this for them, and we've been seeing some really cool results for that. Some of my coaching clients. And so I'm actually going to be doing a couple of YouTube videos with some of them now in the next upcoming weeks to show you guys what an actual coaching session would look like with me. If that's something you're interested in, reach out to me. I'd love to chat with you about that. But this is kind of what I wanted to show you. So these are, what you want to do is, in my opinion, what you want to do is you want this resume that's kind of half and half. It's half beautiful. It's also half ATS friendly. So I think that's kind of it that I wanted to cover today. I'm already streaming a little bit longer than what I wanted to, and I still actually have a lot more to cover on resumes. So we're going to be back. I'm streaming every day this week at 3:15 Pacific. And if you're watching the replay of this, then I hope this is awesome for you. Once again, best ways to keep in contact with me are if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Tech-ology. Head to tech-ology.co to sign up for my email list. This keeps you updated with all the newest videos that I make and all that kind of stuff. That's a great place to do it. Don't forget, we are doing the giveaway here for a free developer resume review. I'm going to run your stuff through all the stuff that I just talked about, and I'm going to try to help you get through some of those ATS systems, but also do something that I think is really beautiful and really help you out with that. So if that's something that interests you, something then make sure you sign up for that. And also you can like and share all this stuff. It gives you more entries into the giveaway. All right. So that's kind of it for now. I'm going to take just a second for any of you guys that are hanging out live. If you want to ask any questions, they'll actually appear on the screen and down here in this area. And so if you have any questions about your resume or anything that I didn't cover, anything that was confusing, let me know. And I'd love to know, what are your biggest pain points when writing a resume? So if any of you guys are in the chat, feel free to hop on, let me know what that looks like, and I'd love to chat with you about that. It's never too late for coffee, right? Meanwhile, while some of you guys are writing some stuff up, or if there's no questions, cool, we'll chat again tomorrow. But I once again just want to let you know some things that are coming up for Technology and the channel. We're really hoping to start kicking off some career coaching. I'm also been working on an actual course to help junior devs and land their first job and help developers land their next job. So just some tips that I've gathered from now being on the other side, getting to see what it's like to interview people, what it's like to see people really, what their resumes look like, the whole thing. I've learned a ton being able to do that, and also being able to record myself, see all that stuff. Just it's been kind of wild. So I've been doing mock interviews and all that stuff. So I'm learning a ton about what this whole thing looks like. I'd love to give you some of this information and kind of work with some of you. So if some of you guys are interested, once again, before we call it a day, tech-ology.co, sign up for our newsletter. As well as if some of you guys are actually interested in some of the coaching, because that's still a newer thing that I'm offering, I'm actually doing it at a discounted rate. So wanted to let you know that's what's going on. And I'm excited to kind of hang out with you guys. I hope this was helpful to you. And this is something that I think that's going to benefit you if you learn some stuff. Would you subscribe? And also, last but not least, I'm going to be interacting with this content for a long time. So if you are watching this after the fact and you leave me some comments, some questions, suggestions, all that stuff, I'm definitely going to be replying to you because I really want to create the most helpful thing to you. So let me know what your biggest pain points when it comes to the job search or the resume or all that stuff, questions that you have. I'd love to answer each and every one of those. All right, guys, that's enough of your time. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for watching this replay. And yeah, I hope to